Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
First and foremost, Sampurasun. My name is Muhammad Kaysan Akbar, and I'm a representative of SMA Pesantren Unggulan Al-Bayan Pidato. And the speech that I'll be delivering is titled, Building Sukabumi's Tomorrow Starts with Youth. So now, without further ado, allow me to start my speech. You guys must know Nelson Mandela, right? Of course. He's an icon for justice and equality. But did you know that he once said that the youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow? So if that's true, then Sukabumi's future is already in our hands. It's just about how we're gonna build it and what are we gonna do with it. The theme for this speech is youth and the challenge to build Sukabumi, right? But to achieve the better future, we must first overcome the challenges. And to develop something, we must first know how we're going to develop it and how we're going to build it, which is Sukabumi in this case. Sukabumi, if translated from the Sanskrit language, is divided into two words. The first being suka, which means to like something, and the second being bumi, which means land or earth. So, from the very beginning, Sukabumi was meant to be known as the land that we like to live in. And it's named like that because the people here loved the land. They thought that the land was beautiful, the soil was fertile, and the land was alive, you could say. So I will make that as the goal, to develop Sukabumi as it's named, as a place worth living in. And if you look at Sukabumi today, it's a place full of God's blessings. We've got mountains in the north, like Gunung Pangrango, or waterfalls in the north, like in Palabuhan Ratu. We've got beaches and many others. But at the same time, Sukabumi has gone through numerous disasters, such as landslides, earthquakes, floods, and many others. We also have difficulty developing as the era changes into the digital era, which results in our struggle to develop this beautiful region. Even though Sukabumi has a lot of potential for the future, but to achieve that, especially future, we must first overcome the challenges, which is fixing Sukabumi's weaknesses as of now. Like for instance, the infrastructure. Sukabumi still struggles with basic infrastructure, and it shows when some of our roads are still damaged, particularly in the south. Sukabumi also struggles with disasters. Our sub-districts are considered at a risk of landslides because of the soil conditions here and the extreme mountainous terrain. And for this final example, this third problem, is the one that I'll be focusing on because it's the one that holds us back the most. And if we fix this particular problem, then the others will be easier to handle. I'm talking about poverty. Poverty in Sukabumi still remains a concern when 8% of Sukabumi City's population still live below the poverty line. That's approximately 312,000 people, you know? And one of the reasons poverty is high in Sukabumi is because many youths leave Sukabumi for Jakarta or Bandung. We also have limited job opportunities here, small businesses that can't scale, and just undeveloped youth. So it's safe to say that poverty isn't just about money, but also about lost potential. And meanwhile, small and medium enterprises like the Moti stores around the Sukabumi, or just artisan products, which are supposed to be the backbone of the local economy, struggle with financial literacy. They get limited access to the capital and high service costs, where these barriers hinder their ability to grow and compete effectively. Alright, let's stop for now, because I've mentioned Sukabumi's weaknesses as a region, but it also has strengths. And I'll be talking about the ones that could potentially fix this particular poverty problem because we possess the certain assets. We just don't know how to maximize the opportunity yet. Sukabumi is home to a UNESCO Global Geopark, especially the ones in Pidato. It's a world-class natural heritage site, right? It's also home to other tourist attractions like beaches in Pemberdayaan itself, mountain ranges, and cultural tourism. And these assets are important to us because they can fix our economy. But Kaysan, how is that possible? I'll tell you how. Using real examples. By attracting tourists to these locations, the local community nearby, they can be tour guides, which opens up new job opportunities. They can sell food or perform traditional arts that can further promote the Sudanese culture. And this is where the youth comes in play. Because how do we attract tourists in this day and age? That's right, the digital world. This is where the collaboration matters, where the old generation brings their local knowledge and traditions, while we, as youth, try to support them using what we know best, which is technology, promotion, and creativity. And I'll be talking about the youth here because they play a key role in fixing the current era's challenge, which is digitalization. Sorry about that. The youth can use digital marketing to promote the products and tourism here. And how are they supposed to do that? Well, they can make short videos, reels, or TikToks just showcasing Sukabumi's beauty to attract tourist attention. And there are already youth-led Instagram pages like @Explore Sukabumi or @Sibubu, which is an influencer that makes short videos showcasing Sukabumi's nature, where his videos attract thousands of viewers. So if more youth join in, then Sukabumi's tourism visibility will grow. We can also create apps for booking the local tours or just social media campaigns that showcase Sukabumi as a whole. Or we can modernize traditional businesses using packaging, branding, or global access. Because in this day and age, believe it or not, that's all it takes. Because everything is done digitally these days, right? It's the thing that connects us all. And some of you might say, can the youth really do this? Can Sukabumi compete with Bandung or Bali? And honestly, that's a fair question. I can't really argue with that. But history speaks for itself. Every big change starts out small. Bali wasn't world famous in 1 year, right? Or Bandung wasn't the Paris of Java overnight, right? They started out small. So why not start with Sukabumi? Or the others might say, the youth only talk big. And that's exactly why we need to prove them wrong. Not tomorrow, but today. Could you imagine Sukabumi in 2035 having roads that connect the villages with other businesses run by our own people and tourists coming to enjoy our geopark and our beaches and many others? It may sound like a happy ending and it may sound far away, but that's exactly why we need to start now. Using the opportunities that we already have, if we work together, then that future isn't distant, nor is it impossible, but it is achievable. And hence, thank you for listening to my speech. Hatur nuhun. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.